This is the mindset I'm going into 2026 with. And I know this will guarantee my success just because I've implemented this the past few months and my life has increased in quality exponentially. All right? If that sounds good to you, let's get into it. So, the biggest thing that you can do for yourself that I suggest that you do, because let me preface this, you never have to do anything. Okay? Despite what these online gurus tell you, you are the captain of your ship. I'm the captain of mine. Do whatever the hell you want, bro. It's like, if you want to take my advice to implement it, go for it. If you don't, go for it. It's up to you. But I would suggest that you stop feeling guilty, okay? If you're anything like me, you've been on self-improvement for a while, you do the good stuff, but bad stuff happens too. You eat the junk, you sleep in or stay up late, you miss a day of working out, or you miss a day of doing the work that you should be doing, right? Don't feel so bad. Don't beat yourself up. You're a human being, you're not a machine, okay? I am not ashamed to say that I'm very anti-hustle culture because I don't want to live my life chained to my computer, chained to the gym, chained to this and that. Like, no, I want to live my life freely, okay? Because you have to understand success is defined differently by everybody. There's going to be one guy who could barely make money, but like backpack through the world, right? Another guy wants to live on a farm, raise a family, and make enough to cover that. Another guy wants to be a multimillionaire. It just depends on you. So stop thinking that you're not doing enough. You're not being productive enough. You know, these guys will be like, oh, if you're not willing to work 8, 10, 12-hour days, you don't deserve money. You don't deserve the success. Like, bro, literally just shut up. It's like nobody asked you, first of all. Second of all, I'm not you, okay? You work your 8 to 10-hour days. That works for you. That doesn't work for me because I want to be there for my future wife and kids and take them on the trips and go to my kids' sports games, or like, I want to be present. I don't want to be attached to my business. I don't want to be attached to the gym. No, I believe that not being attached to anything, but freely incorporating things in your life is the way to go, right? I am big into the gym. I love the gym. I used to go 5 to 6 days a week, okay? And let me tell you, I have made more progress in my gains, in my strength gains. I've made more progress in the past 3 months, ever since I switched to going 3 days a week and just minimalizing how much I'm doing and focusing on the 20% that will give me the 80% of results, okay? I've made more progress in the last 3 months than I have made in the last 2 years, just because I cut it down and did less. My philosophy, less is more, okay? Guess what? These videos, I was scripting and editing and doing all this stuff. I was working like, I don't know, like between learning and studying, scripting and retakes and all, I was probably working 6 to 8 hour days at first, right? But I'm working like, I'll be just straight up with you, a couple hours a day, and I take Sundays off. Monday through Saturday, got like 2 hour days. Guess what? I can still pump out 2 to 3 videos a week that I can think clearly and articulate myself on camera. I feel way more confident in my speaking abilities now than I did 3 months ago, 4 months ago, when I was fucking trying to grind away. I play in a band, right? I play music and, you know, I'm gonna play shows and, you know, come out with releases with my band. I cut music out of my life for like 10 months and I was the most depressed I literally have ever been. And now I play music and I, you know, play with my band. And it's awesome. And it brings a lot of joy. And so what I'm trying to get at here, okay, this will hit home for you. You need to be doing less and do it more intentionally, but enjoy your life outside of self-improvement, bro. You have so many aspects of life, okay? Yeah, there's your health and your fitness and the gym, right? And, you know, you want to stay on top of your nutrition and, like, you know, you don't want to go overboard, right? But you also have like sleep and recovery. You need to sleep properly. You need to take care of that, right? Maybe you want to educate yourself with books, podcasts, or videos, or courses, whatever. That goes into the education category. Or you're working on a business, or you're working at a job, whatever. That goes in your career and finance category. And then you have your social life, right? You have friends, you have family, you have romantic relationships. That's another part of life. Then you have things that you enjoy, your passions and hobbies things that, creatively inspire you. That's another part. Maybe you want to travel and see the world. That's like your lifestyle. There's so many pillars to your life. Self-improvement doesn't need to be the center of it. It should be in the background. It should be the back end of your life. It should be working in the background that keeps you going and slowly helps you. But you get time to focus on the things you enjoy. Okay? I've said this before, I'll say it again, and I will never stop saying this. If you are not enjoying your self-improvement journey, why would you ever feel that you're going to enjoy the destination when you get there? There's a reason why so many men are doing self-improvement but feel so empty when they hit their goals. Because they're doing it for the outcome, for the goal that someone else set for them. Okay, take a guy who's like just out of high school. He's 18, he's probably working a part-time job. He's maybe going to college. He's lost, confused, thrown into the adult world, not knowing what to do. He finds these self-improvement gurus. Oh, go to the gym, meditate, journal, wake up early, do this and that. And then he starts implementing it. His life gets better. He builds a good body. His mind gets stronger. He learns about business, starts working on that. But guess what? He burns out like this and then spirals. Because that's what happened to me. And I know there's a lot of you that can relate to that. Okay? Self-improvement in a nutshell is great. But we need to focus more on the self-acceptance and the self-fulfillment parts of it. Because if we're just outcome dependent, and we put our goals so high on a pedestal, our self-worth is down here, and guess what? There's such a disconnect that you're not going to get there. Your goals need to be here. You can't place too much importance on them, and you need to place more importance on yourself and have them aligned, because guess what? You can't get the goals and be that person. You need to be the person who gets to their goals. The identity comes first, and the goals and the outcomes come afterwards, okay? You need to embody the kind of person that you believe can achieve that goal, okay? That doesn't mean you're going to be perfect every day, right? Let's say you are trying to drop 20 pounds or something, right? Okay, what kind of habits and lifestyle does that person, that version of you do? Like, how do they live? Well, they probably, track their food. They probably, prioritize their protein. They eat in a calorie deficit. They, work out a few times a week, try to move more, and they make sure to sleep properly and hydrate. No brainer, right? But I can confidently tell you that in that journey of the 20 pounds, not every single day and every single hour is going to be perfect. There are going to be days where you stay up late, you sleep in, you may not drink as much water as you should, you overeat a little bit, you go out with some friends, maybe you miss a workout because you're too sore. You know what I mean? But guess what? And let's say you gave yourself, 3 months to do it, right? Let's say you hit it in 4 months. Are you going to be mad at yourself? No. Let's say in 3 months you get to 15 pounds instead of 20. Are you going to be upset about that? No. Bro, you lost 15 pounds. You see what I'm getting at? You're a human being. You're not a machine. You need to stop putting all this pressure on yourself. You need to stop feeling guilty for when you screw up and when you do the bad habits. All right? You need to focus on prioritizing your own fulfillment and your happiness and enjoying your life. Because the problem with this self-improvement and these routines is that it gets so mundane and the days just pass you by over and over and over. And eventually a year goes by, 5 years, 10 years, and you're still doing the same mundane thing. Okay, the point of self-improvement, to me at least, is not to be doing this every single day for the rest of your life, okay? I think it is more than okay for when you hit your goals, you get to the weight, you make a certain amount of money, you can celebrate, you can take your foot off the gas and just have a minute to fucking take a step back and look at what you've done and look at what you've accomplished and celebrate. Go on a trip, have the fucking cake. It's like, dude, it's okay. It's okay. There is nothing wrong with that, okay? Seriously, take this pressure off of yourself. Stop feeling so bad for when you screw up, okay? I know these gurus tell you that you have to live your life like this and this and this and this. No, you have to live your life the way you want to live it, okay? You do what you want to do. If you decide to be complacent and just throw your goals out the window and live a very lackadaisical and unproductive life and just be a shut-in, I'm not going to judge you. I don't want that for myself. right? But I'm not going to sit there and judge you. Just the same, if you want to be super productive and work like crazy and make a lot of money and get in really great shape, but it comes at the cost of your mental health and your sanity, I'm not going to judge you. I just don't want that. And that's what I think we need more of. We need more of the balanced approach. We don't need more routines. We don't need more habits. We don't need more advice. We just need more clarity. We need more beliefs in ourselves. We need to find what it is that makes us happy. That's the goal of my channel, man. I want to help you guys that are just like me, that felt lost and confused and overwhelmed and guilty and bad, and get you to a place where you feel liberated, you feel free, you feel excited to do what you got to do, but you also get to reward yourself with things. You also feel like your life has meaning and has a purpose, and you carry this energy of positivity that you wouldn't get if you're like super serious about everything. Like, let me tell you, I was a serious guy. Like for a while, for like, I don't know. I mean, there was a time where I was very serious and like very depressed from like 18 to 22. Then from, I don't know, 23 to 20, that's like 23 to 25, because I just turned 26. But 23 to 25, I was a little less on the depressed side, but more on the serious side. I had to get this done. Self-improvement literally was my entire life. Now, just as I turned 26, I'm more level-headed. I'm more like, it's a holistic view of life. It's fun. Life is fun. I get to enjoy this. I get to do work. I get to film these videos and help people and build a business. But I also get to play in a band and play music. I also get to enjoy nights out with friends. I also get to meet new people. I also get to go on trips. I also get to freaking read books, man. I get to, build my vocabulary and my thought process. I get to do a lot of things. I get to enjoy my life. That's the whole point, okay? The number one job you have in your life is to enjoy it, okay? So with all that being said, I hope that this video gave you some hope for yourself, because I wish I had this video like a year ago. I really wish I did. I was feeling so burnt out and so unhappy and unfulfilled, and I just couldn't shake the guilt off of me. And this is a message to you guys, all right? A message to you younger guys, I'd say like 18 to 30 would be like my range, right? If you're anything like me, you want the results from self-improvement. You want the nice body that feels good and looks good. You want an income that you can not have to worry, and so you feel free in that sense. You probably want to travel and see the world. You want to build meaningful connections with people. You want to help people, right? But you also don't want it to cost your health, your sanity, and your entire being. Okay, you don't need to sacrifice your entire life to a business. You don't need to sacrifice your life to your fitness, okay? There will be times where you might need to sacrifice a little, right? You might need to hold off on the desserts for a bit. You might need to go to bed a little bit earlier, even if you want to stay up, right? There are little sacrifices, but you don't need to be a slave to your goals, dude. You can be a gamer and build a successful business. You can watch TV and movies and still sleep well. You can eat desserts sometimes and still be in amazing shape. There's no rule or law that tells you can't. That's what I don't like. It's like such a narrow-minded, one-sided approach to this. It's like it's either this or this, but they miss the gray area. It's so black and white, but they miss the gray area. What if I want to play a video game for an hour with my buddy? What if I want to go grab a drink with a buddy? What if, and you don't want to miss out on a meaningful conversation you'll have with a friend. You know what I mean? What if I want to stay up a little bit later so I can practice my music and create some art? What if I want to go on a trip somewhere? You know what I mean? Like, you don't need to feel bad. Stop feeling bad. This is directed at you, bro. Stop feeling so guilty for trying to enjoy your life because these online guys tell you that you shouldn't. All right? I think that'll do it for this video. I'm wishing you guys a happy, healthy 2026. And a lot more content is going to be coming. I am building a community, and I'm just so excited for what this whole brand is going to do next year. And so I really hope that I got to one of you guys. I really hope that what I said helped lift some of the burden, some of the guilt off of at least one of you. So that being said, yeah, I hope that you guys have an amazing new year. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.